Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Channels Television, celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. This is the news at 10. Here's a reminder of our major stories tonight. President Buhari asks agitators of Biafra to forget about it, seeks collaboration of young Nigerians towards strengthening national unity. Pro-Biafra agitators Masob in Anambra and Abia states mark the group's 17th anniversary with street processions. Anambra police arrest protesters in Onitsha. Residents of Koi in Kaduna State reel from effects of double earth tremor that shook their community over the weekend. And German authorities investigate links between 3 Syrians held on suspicion of working for Islamic State with the Paris attackers. A quick reminder to you that all our top stories are on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. And do log on to m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app has an eyewitness feature. We encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and then follow the instructions. Appeals have been made to the federal government to step up relief efforts in the northeast as internally displaced persons seek to return to their homes. And this was emphasized today by the state authorities at IDP camps in Adamawa and Yobe State as Muslims celebrated Eid al-Kabir.
The reason for all the excitement at the Malkochi camp for IDPs in Adamawa State is the arrival of the State Governor Muhammad Jibrila and his entourage, who have come to spend the day with them. There's lot to eat and drink, and Governor Jibrila joins in serving food to the IDPs. With the meal over, everyone takes his dancing floor, and the governor opens up on what he considers his priority for the people.
We are appealing to the government. You know, I for one, am not happy. We need to open this camp. We want to close this camp, but we cannot close it unless the federal government has made provisions. And already there's a Northeast construction project that is ongoing. So we want the federal government to come and reconstruct their houses, reconstruct their schools, their hospitals, and of course their mosques and their churches, so that they can go back, because 80% of these people, they are farmers.
The inhabitants of the camp are overjoyed at the way the day has turned out.
We really thank God for this year's Salah. We ask the government to clear our villages of the remnant of Boko Haram so that we can return home.
In Yobe State, children in the official IDP camp in Damaturu, the state capital, show that in spite of their living conditions, they remember their lessons in school.
Thank you, sir.
Shortly after the rendition, the Deputy Governor, Abubakar Aliyu, distributes clothing items to occupants of the camp. The Deputy Governor is also eager to see the IDPs better settled.
We have been talking with our partners a lot. The Victim Support Fund were here last week. They took up some areas. We are working with them now. They are going to reconstruct the hospital in Bunyadi, the secretariat, and some water points, some primary schools, and other partners are also coming in.
Mr. Aliyu, who doubles as the chairman of the committee in charge of rehabilitation and relocation of IDPs, welcomes help for the IDPs from individuals and institutions.
Meanwhile, internally displaced persons in Abuja have described the Salah celebrations as gloomy, urging the federal government to intervene to salvage the situation. Some, however, are grateful for individual donations that have helped them. Our correspondent Gloria Umezuke reports.
A disturbing cry on a day that should only be filled with celebration.
This IDP camp, housing over 2,000 people in Abuja who have since fled attacks by Boko Haram, appears less boisterous.
People are complaining that the cellar is not so as maybe expected, but as far as I'm concerned, it is the period that determines what a thing is. If Nigeria is economically in a gloomy situation, I would expect the cellar to be gloomy. So it takes the government and the citizens to put things in order as far as today's condition in Nigeria is concerned.
In their little way, some of the women try to make the most of the festive season, while other seriously impoverished ones gaze at empty pots. Hadiza Ali is 49 years old and widowed with 8 children. She goes hungry sometimes for 2 days at a stretch because there's very little food supplied to them at the camp. But she remains thankful for the gift of life.
We are happy. We are praying for God, and we are praying for those who are helping us. We are also thanking for Almighty by the Salah time.
Inadequate food is not the only challenge. This volunteer nurse explains that the camp loses people owing to lack of drugs.
Even paracetamol, I don't have it well there. So you will know that saying here the very population is plenty well there. So if you see the one patient fever today, before tomorrow early you will see more than 15 to 20 patients with the same problem.
Someone, however, sowed a seed of hope at the camp by donating a cow, which they slaughtered and distributed to each family. With the dwindling economic crisis, food supply in this IDP camp is clearly dwindling. But there's an impressive show of strength here as the IDPs brave the situation to celebrate. Even though these displaced persons feel secured at the camps, the growing inadequacies no doubt brings a new level of insecurity. Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
We're going to stay in Abuja, but this time we're going to hand over to Ibrahim Adra. Hey, Ibrahim.
Hello, Ejoma. Former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan has paid a private visit to 2 former military leaders of the nation, retired General Ibrahim Babangida and retired General Abdul Salam Abubakar in Minna, the Niger State capital. The former president's first port of call was at General Babangida's Hilltop residence, where he spent 1 hour in a session behind closed doors before proceeding to General Abubakar's residence. Dr. Jonathan was accompanied on the trip by a former Minister of State for Finance, Bashir Yuguda, and his former Chief of Staff, Chief Mike Okeadome. In line with the Nasarawa state government has restated its commitment towards ensuring all residents in the state are well catered for. And this was disclosed in Lafayette, the Nasarawa state capital, when the Commissioner for Budget and Planning led a team from the World Bank to Yelwata Wuji, a community in dire need of basic social amenities. And the visit was prompted by a report aired on Channels Television on August the 31st, showing the plight of the community.
When the plight of the Yelwata Wuji community in Nasarawa State aired on Channels Television on August the 31st, it was with the conviction that someone watching will be moved to come to their aid. And that is exactly what has happened, as the attention of the World Bank and Nasarawa State government has been drawn. And both parties have agreed to partner towards rehabilitating the community.
This community registered its concern on Channels TV to emphatically report that they've been forgotten, even though very close to the headquarters of Nasarawa State. That gave us a sudden drive to move to the World Bank and to say that one out of the many communities is crying out loud and we need to do something. For quick intervention, they said they were coming to pay a side visit and see and hear things for themselves. And precisely that's why I led them here to come and see that the community did not just lie. Of course, Channels TV will not lie for the, for crying out loud.
The World Bank official promises that quick intervention is on the way.
We believe that in the next couple of months, this community will engage with the agency, which is already in place. I mean, the agency is already in place, so the next couple of months they will engage with them. The communities will put all their plans on the table, and the communities will begin to put the structures that they need to overcome the challenges that they have just enumerated today in place.
For the community, the gesture is a dream come true.
It is now that we will have peace of mind. At least now those that their houses were destroyed by floods will have succor.
The assistance program, which will be facilitated under the Nasarawa State Community and Social Development, is assigned to others facing similar problems, that relief may just be around the corner.
Agriculture is being promoted as a major revenue earner in Nigeria, and Benue State seems set to explore its potentials in agro-allied industries and food processing. To this end, the state government has signed a $1 billion direct foreign investment deal with the United States-based company. The partnership is expected to create 15,000 jobs while sustaining the government's technology transfer initiative.
That Nigeria's economy is in recession may no longer be news, but the question citizens are seeking answers to is what government is doing to help the economy recover from the crisis. Agriculture has long been spoken about as a major means to grow and diversify the economy. This, the Benue State government has keyed into. It is attracting a $1 billion direct foreign investment in agro-allied and food processing deal with a U.S. firm.
We are willing and we are ready, willing and able to commit up to $1 billion in this state. And we see that, and we see tremendous opportunities. In that, we're looking at doing a couple things. One is we want to take food from the strategy section all the way to grocery stores and then beyond. Our goal is simple. We want to become the best food and the largest grocery store chain in the world.
Governor Tom is excited about the wealth creation and employment opportunities awaiting 15,000 youths, while the local content partner in the project seeks adequate security for the investment to pull through.
Fully is in line with our program. And we have said in our 5-point agenda that we will have an industrialized, agricultural-driven economy for the state.
Other than land, not in a land and security. They are not asking for a dime from the state government. They just want the land. If there are existing farms also bring to the table, they will help, to upgrade it. That is all.
As the parties head out to begin work on the new ties, discussion on mobilization to site and the rapid economic transformation is key to evolving solutions to Nigeria's economic recession, and this is ongoing on the sidelines.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's flag carrier, Arik Airlines, announces temporary suspension of operations owing to insurance renewal. That's on Business News. Do join us again.